Order of operations and BEDMAS. BEDMAS is an acronym we use to remember the order in which we evaluate a mathematical expression in. It stands for brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And so that means that we do brackets first, then exponents, and then division and multiplication. So division and multiplication, just because division is before multiplication, it doesn't mean that we always do division before multiplication. So for these two, we have to do these operations in order from left to right. So if a number is multiplied something and then divided by another number, then we do the multiplication first, then the division. And for addition, and then after division and multiplication, we do addition and subtraction. And for these two as well, we do these operations in order from left to right. So addition is not always before subtraction. Common terms. Mathematical expression is a statement that includes values, symbols, and operations. Simplify is to reduce an expression to its simplest form. Evaluate is to determine the value for an expression. And solve is to determine the value of the unknown or variable in an equation. So here's a problem. It says evaluate 5 minus 4 cubed plus 4 in brackets 2 minus 3 squared minus 26 plus negative 5 times 3. So to do this, you write it in standard notation, which is writing an equal sign on this side. So 5 minus 4 to the power of 3. So since BEDMAS is brackets first, we need to do all the brackets first. And then here the brackets are 5 minus 4, 2 minus 3, and negative 5 and 3. So we'll do that. So 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. So this is equal to 1 cubed plus 4 times 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 1. So 4 times negative 1 squared. And minus 26 stays the same. And plus negative 5 times 3. We'll leave that over here for now since they are both just integers. And this is equal to, so after BEDMAS, after B, which is brackets, we do exponents. So we have the exponents we have over here is this power of 3. I'll highlight these. So this over here, and we also have this negative 1 squared, and these are the only two exponents we have. So then we'll solve these first. So 1 to the power of 3 is still equal to 1, plus 4 times negative 1 squared is equal to 1. So 4 times 1, which is just equal to 4, and minus 26 plus negative 5 times 3. And after exponents, it's division and multiplication. So here are the things that we can do on this step. So we can do 4 times 1. We can also do negative 5 times 3. So this is equal to 1 plus 4 times 1, which is 4, minus 26 plus negative 5 times 3 is equal to negative 15. So now that we did the division and multiplication, we can move on to the last step, which is addition and subtraction. So we just do this. So this is equal to 1 plus 4 minus 26 plus negative 15, which is also minus 15. And this is equal to negative 36. So over here, this is how we did we evaluated this expression using BEDMAS. So the final result is negative 36. Now over here, we could have did that. Over here we did negative 5 times 3. We did this in the third step, but we also could have done it in the first step at once, because even though division and multiplication is not the first step, we can still do it here since it's not affected by anything else. So you can skip these steps sometimes, but I just did it over here to show everything. Now the next problem is to evaluate this expression. 4 plus negative 4 times 5 plus 3 minus 2 times 6 minus 3 squared divided by 2. So we still have to use BEDMAS in this problem. So BEDMAS begins with brackets. So we look for the brackets first. So there's brackets over here, negative 4 times 5. And there's also brackets over here. Now when we have brackets of different sizes, these are the small brackets. There's also larger brackets around them. So when we have more than one brackets of a different size, we start with the smaller brackets first. So we start with 3 minus 2 and 6 minus 3 first. So now let's start evaluating it. So this is equal to 4 plus, since -4 and 5 are in brackets, we can do this right now, even though it's just multiplication. So this is equal to 4 plus -4 times 5, which is equal to -20, plus, now we have the small brackets first, which is 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1, and 6 minus 3, which is equal to 3. And we leave this the same, and oops, and this is still over 2. And now the next step, we still have, well, we did one of the brackets, like the small brackets, but now we still didn't finish the brackets since there are still these larger brackets over here. So now we need to get rid of those brackets as well. So this is equal to 4 plus -20, which is also equal to -20, plus 1 times 3, since they are in brackets, we can just write it as 3, because 1 times 3 is 3 squared divided by 2. And now that we got rid of all the brackets, after B is E, and E stands for exponents. So now we have to do the exponents. So over here, we can see that there's an exponent for 3 squared. So now we do 3 squared. So this is equal to 4 minus 20 plus 3 squared, which is equal to 9. And it's still over 2. Oops. And now the next step, after exponents, it's division and multiplication, which we don't have any division or multiplication except for this division. But since these are technically in brackets, since if we write it on this, the top and the bottom are separate, so we do this later. So we have to do the top and the bottom first, and then we divide. So that means we do addition and subtraction on each of the sides, each top and bottom. So if we do the top, since the bottom is already 2, it would be 4 minus 20 plus 9, which is equal to -7. So we write -7 over 2. And this is equal to -7 over 2. We can move the negative sign out. And we don't have to write it as -3.5 because over here it's already in a fraction, so we can just leave it as a fraction.